Hello everybody and welcome to our San Diego preview and Oakland race review. I decided I was gonna combine the two. I'm not making two videos, I'm making one. So we're gonna talk about Oakland, the race, and what went down. Spoilers incoming. Yeah, I want to talk about this Oakland race, and then we're gonna quickly review San Diego. This is a custom San Diego track that I made in Supercross 4. It's really bad, you know. I'm not good at making custom tracks, but I tried my best. The San Diego layout's really cool, but let's preview Oakland, and then I'll talk about this coming weekend. Oakland, I want to start off with the 250 class real quick. Christian Craig winning, rode very good. Once he got the lead, he took off, but roast me all you want, but this further proves that Hunter Lawrence is going to win the title for me. I know Craig's got 2 wins. That's great, but he almost like needs to sweep the West Coast here, this first part, for me to believe it. But if we get out of the West Coast and he has at least 2 more wins, I'm gonna stamp it that Craig's gonna be champion. But for right now, I'm gonna have to say that Hunter Lawrence is gonna be your champion. That's all I gotta say about it. Hunter Lawrence got a second. Seth Hammaker might be my surprise of the West Coast so far. He is riding very good. Even if Austin Forkner was riding the West Coast, he'd be better than Forkner, let's be real. Forkner is not going to do anything on that East Coast. But, yeah. Seth Hammaker, a second and a third. Pretty easily, too. Joe Shimoda, very lucky. Joe Shimoda is very lucky that he didn't get hurt on that whoop crash. He came in and nose-picked the front, flipped right over. Did a front flip, basically, and flat on his back. Pretty hard, but somehow it's okay. Yeah, and I wanted to update everyone on the Colt Nichols situation too. I'm sure everyone's heard it already, but Colt Nichols earlier in the week, before Oakland, had surgery on both of his arms, I believe, and also had a skin graft for some burns. So yeah, he's out for the rest of the season. Michael Mosiman, kid has no luck. I mean, Joe Shimoda and Michael Mosiman have literally no luck right now. I actually thought Michael could have won that race last night. But, you know, Craig was on it. But I feel like Mosiman's the one guy. Mosiman and Lawrence are the 2 guys that can challenge Craig right now, in my opinion. But yeah, that's it for the 250 class. I want to move on here to the 450s now, because we had drama. I mean, not in the 450 main. There was no takeouts. Malcolm didn't pay Marvin back. Anderson didn't pay Barsha back, but I feel like he kind of did in a way. But anyway, the takeout came in the LCQ, and if you're Ryan Brees, karma is a bitch. Let's be real. Karma is a bitch sometimes. Yeah, if you didn't see LCQ, he took out Adam Mexican pretty hard, and you know, I feel for these guys, but I don't agree with that at all. If that's the last lap and Brees is going for that 4th spot, go ahead, just don't take yourself out. But for 3rd, like, you both are in transfer position. Yeah, I didn't agree with that at all. But the only way I sympathize with them, Brees, is I believe about a lap before that. So Kevin Moran's got the whole shot, and his starts are killer this year and last year. Like, if you're not paying attention to him off the starts, you better, because his main starts are not that great. I mean, he had a few good ones last year, but other than that, Kevin Moran, I believe, was in 2nd, and I don't know what happened, but he just dropped to like 6 in like 2 sections. I don't know what happened, so my only guess is that Brees didn't know that Moran had dropped, and he thought, because at the time Brees was in 5th, Entignap was in 4th, and then when Moran's dropped to like 6th or whatever he finished, that was very disappointing, by the way. To see Moran's drop like that, I don't know what happened. Maybe I'll get a hold of him, I don't know. But after Moran's drops, obviously it moves everyone up. So it moved Entignap into 3rd and then Brees into 4th. So they're both in transfer positions at that point. And then Brees takes out Entignap. That's the only way I could think that he was so desperate at that point. But yeah, and after that proceeds to crash. Like he crashes in front of Entignap. Entignap literally stops and says, "Yep, you get what you get," or he literally stopped and like waved his hands, and it was so hilarious. It was hilarious. They showed the replay on that. And then last lap, last corner, is Joan Cross and Bryson Gardner going for that 4th spot, for that final transfer spot, and they're coming through the whoops. They get in the final corner, and you just see a Yamaha just go flying through the air, and it was Brees who crashed. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. But yeah, that battle in the LCQ with Bryson Gardner and Joan Cross, however you pronounce his name. I think it's different, but that's how I pronounce it. Joan Cross. That was awesome. Like that's what we like to see here. That's what I like to see. And yeah, that just proves right there that the LCQ probably was the better race of the night. Like the people who go I don't know, do whatever or don't pay attention, y'all are making a mistake if you don't pay attention to the LCQ, because they are by far the best races of the night, unless you get a really crazy race like Vegas 2017. Anyway, 450 main. If you would have told me, okay, let me just say this first. If you would have told me that Aaron Plessinger was going to get 2nd in that race and keep Anderson in sight for most of the race, I would have told you you were high, honestly. That was so impressive by Aaron Plessinger. And he got a good start, got up into 2nd. Anderson made the move for the lead. He got past Cianciarulo, and kept Anderson in sight. I was watching the timing on the side, and it other than like the final 5 laps, I want to say, it never got lower. I mean, it never got higher than like 2 seconds. So that was very impressive by Plessinger. Came up with a cowboy hat, of course. And yeah, and Adam Cianciarulo once again faded, but his starts are what's saving him. His starts are awesome this year. Probably the best I've seen Adam Cianciarulo start since 2019. His starts are incredible this year, and it's what's saving him. I'm not saying he's in the championship fight. I'm just saying that when he's healthy, if Adam Cianciarulo was healthy, and like, if he's healthy, he's winning that race. He's pulling away, and he's getting his first career win. So yeah, that was awesome. And then we gotta talk about Ken Roczen. For anyone saying that this is Kenny's year, it's not over yet. Yes, I will say that. It is only round 2, but this is exactly why Ken Roczen is not going to be a champion. Like, exactly why he's not going to be a champion. You cannot do that. Especially with this field this year, man. You cannot do that. And a lot of people will say, well, he had the big crash in practice, and he probably wasn't 100% coming into that. Yeah. But, he hit his, or maybe his shoulder was weak, and that's why he didn't hang on there in the whoop. Could be. I don't think so, though. I'm not a Ken Roczen hater. This is actually very sad to see. Yeah, that was very sad last night. Or not last night. This is Monday. I'm filming. On Saturday. That was very sad. Very, very sad. Yeah, that's exactly why Ken Rockton's not gonna be a champion. At least this year, maybe next year. Um, I honestly thought before the race, I put something out on Facebook saying that Cooper Webb is gonna um, let Ken Roxon build this huge points lead, and then at the end he's gonna get him. And you know what? I'm not sure about that anymore because points got changed so much, and Cooper is doing what Cooper does. He struggles at the beginning of the year, and then by round 7 we're gonna be like, oh my God, where did Cooper Webb come from? You know, he's like flying right now. Nobody can touch him. That's how it's gonna go. Still, I believe. Uh, and yeah, but a legitimate threat. Barsha's got the points lead. He's been the most consistent. But the most legitimate threat, I believe, for this championship. And I don't want to hear anything about him getting handed his one championship, because that is a legitimate argument that Anderson got handed that 2018 championship because everyone that could have beat him got hurt. Hey, he was in the position and he managed it, and that points lead got down to 10, and he still managed it. So nobody gets handed championships, but if you're the competition right now, I'd be so worried right now about Jason Anderson, because let's just put this in perspective here. If Jason Anderson doesn't go down at Anaheim 1, if Barsha doesn't bam him at A1, Anderson's your points leader right now, because that was so impressive on Saturday. So impressive. Like I didn't see it coming. If you would have told me who's gonna get on a win on their new team first, I would have said Eli Tomac. But Anderson proved me wrong. Tomac after the heat race. I thought Tomac was gonna do one of his beast mode rides last night, and he easily could have, but I don't know what happened. But yeah, Anderson is a legitimate threat for this title. Like, I'm not even joking. Like I know he doesn't. I know maybe he knows like what the title brings. Like, he knows how to win a championship. Like, he knows. He has the experience. Anderson has the experience to go out there and win. Like, he really does. Like, and I don't know, man. I think this is... I'm not saying Anderson's gonna win the championship. I know I said that on Saturday night because he won Oakland. But hey, he won Oakland. He won Oakland in 18. Is this Anderson's year? I don't think so, honestly. But that'd be so cool to see. Let me just say that Anderson's gonna at least have the red plate one race this year. In my opinion, I think he takes it from Barsha this weekend. I believe Jason Anderson at Anaheim 2 is gonna have the points lead on that Kawasaki. And if you're Tomac, you're probably scratching your head going, wait a second, what? Like, he wasn't supposed to beat me. Nobody was supposed to, like everyone had... I'm an idiot. I had Chase Sexton picked for the win last night in fantasy, but I did get a pick right with Malcolm Stewart. Malcolm Stewart, a quiet 5th place too. That was really good. Like, wasn't impressive. He was impressive in the heat race. Heat race Mookie showing up there in the whoops for a little bit. And yeah, that's one thing I forgot to mention in last week's show, is that and once again here to on Saturday in Oakland, I haven't seen Malcolm Stewart except for one of the runs in the whoops. I haven't seen the whoop speed that Malcolm Stewart usually pulls out. Now, San Diego this weekend does have a pretty long whoop section. Not saying that these whoops, like Saturday's was long. This one's long, guys. Like, this is a kind of a replica track, but it's a really poorly done replica track by myself. But San Diego has some whoops, and I don't know how big they are, but San Diego does have some whoops this time. And yeah, that was impressive. Barsha, as I said, most consistent. Gets on the box again, another third. Takes that red plate. This time he has a red plate without a win. Where the other races he had a red plate with a win, with the opening round win. Yeah, this is just flopped upside down. So Barsha has the points lead by 3 over Anderson, and I believe who's in third? Oh, Cooper's in third, and there's a lot of guys tied. Like Tomac and Roxon are tied. They're 6 points down. Anderson and Weber tied. They're 3 points down. Like I don't know. Is Barsha just gonna win this championship on consistency for gas? I don't know. I talked to Tyler Keefe the day before Christmas Eve, and he told me that last year in 2021 that they were just working in that gas, and we saw how great Barsha is in that gas. So the fact that they were just trying to make the bike fit for Barsha, and now this year, he said that this year they feel like they got a good package to. Well, I don't remember. He said that last year they were working on it. So I'm gonna assume this year they got a good package on it, and they got it all dialed in and stuff. So I don't know, man. Barsha's very impressive today, or this year. I do believe he does get a win. Maybe it'll be here in San Diego. I don't know. I do believe Cooper Webb still has his championship, though. Coop, he's doing what Coop does. I'm not worried about Cooper Webb. He'll pick it up here by the time we get to what's round 8 this year? Arlington? Is Arlington round 8? I think by the time we get to round 8, 9, Cooper Webb will have a big points lead, or at least a points lead. And he'll just carry it to the end. But yeah, very crazy race here in Oakland. Is there anything I missed? Let me think. Jason Anderson getting the win. Pressured Cianciarulo, got around him pretty easily, and then took off. And yeah, I thought Plessinger was gonna pass him at one point, but yeah, nobody had anything for Mr. Jason Anderson. Choked up on the podium because he has not won a race since Atlanta 2018. That is unbelievable. And that race was a Triple Crown. But his last normal race win was in San Diego in 2018. And I was at that race to see that. So, if you would have told me that Jason Anderson was going to get a win before Eli Tomac, I would have told you were high. But yeah, Anderson. Oh wait, I did talk about Anderson a little bit. That's right. Who else did I? Chase Sexton, as I said. Rough one. Joey Savacci just announced that he tore his ACL, so he's probably out for the season. That's really sad. And yeah, San Diego this weekend. I am still debating on if I'm gonna go. I was gonna go, but then health issues popped up. I think I'm gonna try it, honestly. I want to go, honestly. I do want to go. But yeah, track this weekend looks pretty cool. As you can see, I've been riding it this whole time. I think I'll like the track this weekend. Other than that, I do believe, I think Hunter Lawrence is gonna take the win this weekend. I think it's his time, and I'm gonna have to pick Hammaker for second, and then Craig for third. So I think this podium trend will continue. Hammaker, though, I wouldn't be surprised to see Hammaker get a win. I think he's got a win here coming. Joe Shimoda and Michael Mosiman, they just need some luck on their side. I mean, Michael Mosiman, Anaheim 1 gets caught up in the whoops, and then here in Oakland he goes down while battling, I believe, Seth Hammaker for the podium. But yeah, I think they're gonna bounce back this weekend. But I do believe Hunter Lawrence takes a win. 450 watts. You know what? I don't know. Maybe Shane McElrath come out this weekend and win. But no, in all seriousness, I think Barsha gets his first win of the year. Um, I think Barsha's gonna get it this weekend. Um, if it's actually, wait a second. I just said that Anderson. I think I don't even know anymore. It's so up in the air. But I'm gonna. You know what? If Anderson gets a good start, I think he's gonna take the second win of the year and the points lead away. Um, you cannot deny that win on Saturday for Jason. You know, like I don't even know for the 450s. Like I want to say Barsha and I want to say Anderson, but I know Cooper Webb is not very happy right now, and Cooper Webb is the last person you want to piss off out there. Man, this is so hard. This is one of those where I don't even think you can go off qualifying anymore. I was making my picks for Rocky Mountain Fantasy on Saturday, and like while I'm making my picks, I think it was Stewart, Ferrandis, Tomac, and someone else. Just put in 59s like back to back to back to back, and like it like blew my mind, and I changed my picks like 4 times that day. It was insane. But yeah, I'm gonna have to call Jason Anderson for the win here this weekend. I mean, like I said, you can't deny that performance on Saturday, and I think he's got a lot of momentum now. Like, I know I say this with Sexton and Ferrandis and Webb, but I think Anderson's another one of those guys. Once he gets the taste of the victory, and especially on a team he's gelling on now, and it is proven that he's gelling on it, I think he takes a points lead here from Barsha. I believe Barsha gets once again another third, and I'm gonna have to say Cooper Webb is gonna get on the podium again here in San Diego. He won the last time we were there, so I believe Cooper's gonna have a better weekend than he did in Oakland. Yeah, that's my picks, Anderson and Lawrence. So yeah, that's gonna be it here for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this. I may or may not be at the race this weekend, but yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.